Hey, what's up, everybody? Today I'm reviewing a listing in Australia, in New South Wales. The host, her name is Elizabeth, and her listing is called North Byron's Beachtime Sanctuary, which is a pretty good title, I think. It sounds very appealing. And obviously, the best feature of her listing, she thinks, is the proximity to the beach. It's a beautiful first picture of the beach, which also looks very appealing. So, that looks really good. I just want to scroll down to the map so I can see where her listing is. So it seems like it's about maybe a kilometer or about a mile away from the beach, which is something that I would probably mention in the description or as a caption, because when you put a picture of the beach as your first picture, then some people might automatically think that your house is actually right at the beach. So let's take a look at the pictures and see what else we can say. All right, so she's got a pretty big caption here. Paradise is waiting for you at the ocean shore beaches. 2 minutes from home. Less crowded than central Byron Bay beaches, and go for miles. Swim, surf, run the dog, wander for miles as the days promise melt away. Okay, so I think that's really good. It's a very descriptive caption. It talks about what people can do: swim, surf, run the dog, wander for miles. And that's really what you want to do. This is how you want to sell your place, basically, because as you're reading this and you're looking at the picture, as a as a guest, it's very easy to imagine to do these activities. So I'm looking at this picture and I'm thinking, whoa, yeah, I want to go swim, I want to go surf, I want to go wander for miles on this beach. And so I'll be much more inclined to make the booking. So, really good job. Next picture. Cheer up, slow down, chill out. You deserve this holiday. Relaxing begins now. Okay. And here's a picture of... She talks about the swimming pool. Again, the caption is very good. The water is very clean. Stays about 25 degrees Celsius. You'll have the pool to yourself. Feel better now. Okay, so I think the caption is really good. The picture is not so great. I think it's a picture taken with a smartphone. I think you can do a better picture and do a better job at the picture here. Especially the pool is not completely visible. And so, take a picture of the complete pool and use a decent camera to show a better visualization of the actual pool. Caption is great. Same applies to this picture. These vertical smartphone pictures aren't very good because they don't show a lot. It's much better to have a big picture. And one thing you can do, if you do want to include some pictures of your smartphone, you can put two together and then you can show... And then you can show two things at the same time in the picture. I see a lot of people doing that. I think that's a very creative way to present your pictures as well. Same applies to this picture. Now let's go through and see some other pictures. Again, the captions are very good. Let's just scroll through. These are pictures of the house. So I'm not sure if she's had the Airbnb photographer over. My guess is probably not, because a lot of the pictures are not great quality, or they're taken with a smartphone. This is a better picture of the pool, but still, the bottom part of this picture, it doesn't really show much. It shows like, the grass and this thing. So it'd be much nicer if you put the angle a little higher and you can see the pool, including some of the house. Okay, so this is a recipe. Oh, She can personally recommend the cheese making course. It's excellent, very straightforward, so much fun. Okay, so this is about a cheese making course. So basically, this is a picture that shows some of the experience and activities that guests could enjoy while staying at Elizabeth's place, which is a very good idea to do that. I would prefer to post a picture of some people actually taking the course, because again, it's much easier to visualize an experience if you're looking at a picture versus looking at a bunch of text. Okay, so this is also a picture of some activities: kayaking, paddleboarding, carnival time, picture of the harbor, and some more pictures of the surroundings. All right, so just to kind of summarize, I think Elizabeth has done a very good job at creating captions. She's done a very good job at adding a lot of pictures about activities that you can do in the neighborhood and also of the surroundings in the area. So that's really good. I think where she can improve is the pictures aren't really arranged in a way where the first pictures are the best pictures. For example, these pictures here at the end. This is a cool picture. This is a really cool picture as well. This one's really cool. These pictures are really nice. But then if you scroll back to the beginning, the first picture is great. This picture is okay. I wouldn't put it at the second one though, but this picture is very mediocre, and that's the third picture. Everyone's going to look at this picture, but not everyone's going to look at picture number 35, 36. This picture is also not very appealing. So I would move these pictures to the end. I mean, I understand why she puts them first, because I guess she wants to put them sort of a chronological order where, you see a picture of the beach and then you go to the house, so you see the entrance and you see the door. This is also not a very appealing picture. And so I think she can rearrange the pictures. And also some of the pictures should be improved. Like there should definitely, within the first 6 pictures, there should be a really nice picture of the pool, because the pool is another good selling point for your listing. So this picture definitely doesn't do the pool much justice, I think. But in general, it's pretty good. I think the title also sounds appealing, like I said. She can enable instant book, which is something that I would definitely recommend. It makes it easier for guests to book the place, and it also helps to improve your listing's search ranking in the search results. All right, so about this listing section, this is also an important section because a lot of people will look at it. So it seems a bit factual. North Byron, Ocean Shores, newly renovated Byron Bay themed self-contained apartment plus pool, own courtyard, entrance, laundry, large security yard, pet friendly, only 2 minutes away from Coles, etc. Surf beaches, perfect location for festivals. All right, so she's providing a lot of information, which is it's not bad, but I think it's better to describe experiences than to list facts. And so I think Elizabeth has done a really good job at writing the captions. So what I would recommend is that she rewrites this section and uses some of the descriptive ways that she created those captions and turn it into like a fluent, smooth paragraph that just sounds really appealing and really attractive. And I think if she's just going to go through the captions, she'll find plenty of inspiration. She can probably just take parts of the different captions and put it in there and turn it into something really cool. Okay, so let's scroll down. This is all fine. Cancellation policy strict. I would not recommend that. A lot of guests will not feel comfortable booking her place because people always worry about the worst case scenario, right? So if you're going to book a place and you're going to spend, let's say, I don't know how much this place is. It's 58 euros a night. Well, if you book for a week, you're spending like 300-400 euros or something, and then people always think, well, what if my plans change, or what if something happens? And so if the policy is flexible, moderate, then people know that they can cancel it, and it will increase the chance that they'll book the place. But in reality, I know why a lot of people, they choose the strict cancellation because they're afraid of guests booking their place and then canceling. Well, in reality, very few people actually cancel. And that's also the reason why hotel booking websites often offer free cancellation, because they know that it will improve the conversion from views to bookings a lot, but they won't actually receive that many cancellations. And even if you do get a cancellation, you can still try and find another guest. If you put it at moderate, then I think you get 5 days or something. The last 5 days people can't cancel, or at least they have to pay 50%. So you still have 5 days to find a replacement, and that's the worst case scenario. Like, I've had maybe 2 or 3 cancellations, and I've hosted over 250 groups, and all 3 of them actually came in well in advance, like 2 or 3 weeks in advance. So it wasn't a big deal at all. But I'm sure I've gotten lots of bookings because of because I don't use the strict cancellation policy. So she's added the sleeping arrangement, which is great. She has a lot of beds. She has a double bed in the bedroom 1, and then she has a queen bed, a double bed, and 2 single beds in the common spaces. So that makes me think that there's room for 8 people. But I'm a little confused because I see 4 beds, but 4 guests. So the maximum amount of guests is 4, but it seems like she kind of has room for more. Now, one thing that I noticed in the pictures, I haven't really seen where people will be sleeping. So I'm just going to look back. Okay, so here's a double bed in the bedroom. Okay, and then there's another bed. So I'm not sure if this is the bedroom or if this is the bedroom. It's a little bit confusing. This is quite nice, by the way, a handwritten note by one of our former guests. It's quite creative. Okay, so I don't really see more pictures of the beds. So to me, it's a little bit unclear as to where people will be sleeping. And this is something that is really important. You really want to make sure that this is clear, because if I'm going to book a trip for me and my friends or my family or something, I want to know where people are going to be sleeping, because that's usually one of the biggest concerns that people have. You go on a trip, you want to make sure you get a good night of sleep. And so all I see on the pictures is 2 double beds. And but now here in the sleeping arrangement, I see there's 2 single beds, there's a queen, there's a double in the common spaces. So I think she could definitely do a bit of a better job to clarify what the sleeping arrangement would be. Now, let's go to the space. Again, this is fairly factual. She talks about the location here, about what you can do in the neighborhood. Now, that's a good thing to do, but I would recommend move that to the neighborhood section. In the space, you really want to describe your house. And so one thing that she could do is she could explain a little bit more about the sleeping arrangements. She could explain, okay, this is the layout of my house. It has 1 bedroom. In the living room, there's an extra bed, and then maybe there's another room where there's extra beds. I don't know. Another thing she could do is she could add a floor plan to the listing. So here's a website, floorplanner.com, and you can create awesome floor plans of your house, and it's free. It takes probably an hour or 2, depending on how much detail you want to add. I did it for my house, and I think it took me about an hour. And it just provides a really nice way for people to understand what the layout of your house is. How much space is there, what does it look like. So I definitely recommend everybody to use this. It's a really cool tool. Alrighty, let's go down. Guest access. You'll have your own private access. Cool. Interaction with guests. Privacy assured. You have all the space you need. If you need anything extra, shout out. We're more than happy to help. Something that you could do here is you could let guests know where you will be staying yourself. So let's say you're staying a couple blocks away, then you can mention that. Or if you travel while you have guests like I do, then that's something that you could mention here as well. Getting around. So here you want to add some details with regards to like how do people get to places that they might want to go to, right? So she writes, there's a bus. Taxis are reliable. There's a shuttle bus from Gold Coast, Brisbane Airport. Okay, she probably add a little bit more information here. I'm sure the beach is not the only place that's interesting in her area, so maybe she can add some more information about where people could go and how people could get there. All right, let's scroll down. 1 night minimum stay. So that seems good. Look at the calendar. So let's see. Let's look at the prices. Okay, so the prices. Starting 59 during the week and then about 60 for the weekends. It varies a bit. Let's look at July. Okay, so July is a bit more expensive. Again, it varies, so that's good. She charges more during the weekends and less during the week. I have a suspicion she might be using either the Airbnb pricing tool or maybe she's using one of the third-party pricing apps, Beyond Pricing maybe. So looks good. Most important thing is you vary your prices for weekdays versus weekends. And then you want to look at seasonality. So what months are more popular than others, and then charge accordingly. And also you don't want to forget to increase his prices for special events. So if there's like a music festival or a conference or something that draws in a lot of people, you definitely want to charge a lot more for those dates. Okay, so she's got 4 reviews so far. She's pretty new. So, overall, she's responding to all the reviews, which is really good. She hasn't added a guidebook yet, so that's something that you could do. You can recommend some places, some local places like your favorite bars, favorite restaurants. She can mention other things that there are, activities, tourist highlights, etc. So that's something that she could add. But overall, I think she's done a pretty good job. She's new, and she's done a lot of things really well. There's room for improvement. There almost always is room for improvement. So let's look at this picture. I would recommend to change this picture. It's good that she's smiling. The picture is a little bit blurry though, and it doesn't show her whole face. So it's better to have a picture that shows your whole face, and the better the quality, the better, of course, because it looks more professional. Now she's added plenty of verifications, and she's written some stuff about herself on her profile. One thing she could do is she could probably write a little bit more. You might as well. You have a lot of space on the profile, and you never know what a guest will look at. You never know what catches the eye of the viewer. And so you want to talk about your hobbies, you want to talk about your background, you want to talk about your life, you want to talk about what you like about the area. And then also, to make it more easy to read, I recommend you use paragraphs of 2 to 3 sentences. All right, so I think that's it for this review. I guess one thing to mention, her response rate is 100% response time within a few hours. So overall, really good job. And hopefully this has been helpful. So if you're watching this review and you want me to review your listing, then you can send me an email at jasper@getpaidforyourpet.com and I will add you to the list. You do have to agree that I will be publishing this on my YouTube channel, and I will also add it to my Airbnb hosting video course as a lecture. So if you're cool with that, then feel free to reach out to me at jesper@getpaidforyourpet.com, and then I will review your listing. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.